After spending an amazing week in Uganda, it was unfortunately time to move on. So I started my journey to the Rwandan border to get ready for my next adventure. Lake Bunyonyi is quite isolated, so it is an adventure getting to the main city from Lake Bunyonyi. My host scheduled a motorcycle ride for me, so I had to take a motorcycle ride to the main city, which is Kabale, Uganda, and then from Kabale, I had to get a ride to the border. So it was about a 30-minute drive on the back of a motorcycle to get to the main city. My favorite part of backpacking is just seeing views that you would never be able to see if you went to touristy areas or if you took a plane and flew from city to city. These rural areas are so beautiful and it's so unique, and I would have never been able to see any of this or show you guys any of this if I was just flying everywhere. So this is one huge advantage to backpacking and one of the reasons why I fell in love with backpacking through Africa. Okay guys, so I am about to get some cash before I cross the border. And I recommend getting cash before you cross the border because you can exchange it at the border. It's a little backpacking tip. One of the worst positions to be in is when you are in another country with no cash and you can't even buy a SIM card. You can't do anything. So I'm getting the Ugandan currency to transfer into the Rwandan currency so that I can have some type of cash when I cross the border. I just want a Rolex. They took me to the wrong location. I wanted to go to the location where the matatus were, the public buses, but they took me to the taxi area. So I just decided to hire a private driver. It wasn't very expensive for me, and he took me straight to the border. And for breakfast, I got a Rolex, which is an East African style of tortilla called chapati, and it's stuffed with egg. And this one had tomato and avocado. So it was just a quick breakfast. I also got a water and a juice before we started to head to the border. Thank you. Wait, that's 20? Okay, thank you. How much is that? I'm counting. These men tried to rip me off so badly, y'all. This is why it's so important to have a currency converter app on your phone and make sure the currency converter app works without having data or internet, because that's very important also. I had approximately 150,000 Ugandan shillings, and it was supposed to convert into 62,000 Rwandan franc, but they were only trying to give me 35,000 Rwandan franc, which that means that I would have lost over 30,000 Rwandan franc. And if I didn't have my app, which you see me using here, I would have gotten ripped off and I would have lost a decent amount of money. 5? 4.5, that's the rate. Okay, so how much for 161? 161, you take should be 62? You have 160? This one. Uh-huh. Dividing 35. You make 66. But the exchange rate, it should be 60, 62. 62. Yes. 62. So you're giving me half. 62. 62. Yeah, it should be 62.
We have buy and sell. No, you make it.
Okay, so, but that's half. That's less than half. Long story short, they ended up giving me the appropriate amount of money after I had to tell them that what they were doing was not right. And they were trying to give me half of what they owed me. So that's why it's important to always pay attention, especially at border crossings. But I hired this man to carry my bags and to help me through the border because, you know, I like to support the community, and he was a hard worker. He got me across the border safely. Once we got into Rwanda, someone else was trying to rip me off again and charge me $150 to take me to Volcanoes National Park, which is about a 3-hour drive, which I do understand everybody has to make their money, but $150 is insane. And obviously they knew I was American if they were telling me the price in US dollars. So I told them no, and we had to walk about a mile to the nearest public bus so that I could take the buses to get to Volcano National Park. They told me that I had to catch about 3 or 4 different buses just to get there, but it's better than paying $150 US to someone that's trying to take advantage of me. And before I knew it, I was on the bus headed to the Volcanoes National Park. This is the first city that I'm going to be visiting in Rwanda, and then I'm going to be going to Kigali afterwards, so stay tuned. There was a pastor on the bus who decided to pray in their local language, Uganda, which was nice of him. And then there were people that came on the bus selling all different types of snacks. I decided to buy some meat sticks, which they were not very hot, so I was a little nervous, but luckily I didn't get sick. Thank you. So I ended up taking 4 buses to get from the border to Volcanoes National Park, which it's only a 2 or 3 hour drive, but after all the buses, it ended up being about 4 hours, but I was not complaining because I saved over $100. Okay guys, so I made it to Volcano National Park. That's the good news. The bad news is my hotel had the wrong address. I'm not even able to get a SIM card. I don't have any data. I can't call anybody. I can't use the internet. So this woman at this boutique shop is helping me because she knows the man. So let's see what happens. At this point, I'm confused, they're confused, everybody's confused. Also, I knew that they spoke French in Rwanda, but the language barrier did catch me off guard a little bit. Yeah, I don't know who speaks what. I don't know, like, you know, I'm trying to use a little bit of French I know, but then I tried to use French talking to somebody and she said, I speak English. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, everybody's speaking French. She's like, I speak English. And so, I'm sorry, like, I don't know who speaks what. French, English, I don't know. So the owner of the hotel ended up picking me up with his son. His son was sitting on my lap, and he was nice enough to drive me to the correct address, and all was well. So I was very grateful that the mix-up got resolved, and I was finally able to relax. What's the name of the volcano?
This is Muhabura.
Okay.
That is Gajunga.
Okay.
And also Sabi.
Okay.
And Isoke.
Mm-hmm.
This one.
Wow, so fast.
Yeah.
Wow. Guys, so I'm finally in my room. I'm about to order some food and drink, and then I think I'm gonna get a SIM card. They said it's just a walk down the street. And I am gonna be resting for the next 24 hours. Resting and editing, editing and resting. So yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna see if I can go to the culture center. I'm not going to be seeing the gorillas like I had said in the other video. I'm just gonna be going to the cultural center and doing a tour there. Maybe a hike, but probably not, we'll see. But yeah, mainly the cultural center. So let's order some food and just rest, shower, rest. Please, I beg. All right guys, so I'm showered, I'm all good to go. Just waiting on my food, room service. And yeah, so today was quite the adventure. I can't believe I saved literally over $100. I still can't believe those people at the border were trying to charge me $150, which, like, I get it, you know, if somebody is not a backpacker or if somebody is not adventurous or if they're scared, then I could see how you could pay $100 to drive straight here. But at the same time, it's like $150, are you crazy? The buses here cost $20. I'm here, about to eat and relax, and let's see what we can get into tomorrow. My first Rwandese meal, this is called agatogo, which is beef, matoke, have some chapati, and I think this is the dawa. My first priority was getting data. I had been desperately searching for data for over 24 hours. I still didn't have any network on my phone, so I decided to walk to the closest MTN to see if they were open. And let's just say I didn't have the best luck. And it's not open. Fuck. As usual, we have to overcome and adapt, right? So luckily there were some motorcycles right behind me. So I just grabbed a motorcycle and I had to drive 30 minutes into town to get a SIM card so that I can finally have internet on my phone. Yes, a 5-minute walk turned into an hour adventure, but that's okay because we got the job done at the end of the day. So there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is I was able to catch up on some much needed content and work. The bad news is it has been raining the entire time I've been here, and my tour got canceled. So this trip to Volcanoes National Park is more of like a rest and relaxation and work, you know, pause, break. But I wasn't able to do any tours because it is freezing and raining. I hope I don't get sick, but this is also a part of travel, guys. Sometimes things just don't go as canceled. Don't go as planned. I traveled all the way here and I'm not able to go on any tours. And it's frustrating, but the show must go on. So it was time to wake up and get a bus ticket to go to Kigali, Rwanda. And this is a part of the segment where I complain about people trying to scam me. And I know it probably gets annoying to always hear me talk about this, but imagine how I feel. So I went into this office and there was a sign that said that a bus ticket was 2,800 Rwandan franc. But this gentleman to the left decided to try to charge me 7,000 Rwandan franc because I guess he just wanted to try to take advantage of me. And I told him, it's only 2,800. The sign says 2,800. And he just laughed. He laughed in my face and he took my money and he gave me the bus ticket. So yes, here I am walking on the bus, and it took about 3 hours to get to Kigali. Good morning, guys. So I'm feeling good after resting a little bit. Today I am going to a cafe. It's supposed to be one of the best cafes in Kigali, and I'm gonna do a little bit of editing. So it's gonna be a little bit of a slow-paced day today, but don't worry because tomorrow we're going sightseeing and it's gonna be super eventful. The reason why I'm just sticking to editing today is because yeah, It's been raining all morning, but that's okay because we're gonna keep it moving. So yeah, I'm waiting for my my Yago. They have a rideshare app called Yago here, and I'm gonna go to the cafe, get some yummy food, get some work done, and let's see what happens. So I just got back in the house. I wanted to actually show you my jewelry haul that I got at the mall. First of all, I got these 2 bracelets, which I love. They are brass, so I really love them. I got these cute hoops, which I've been trying to wear more color. I love the beads. That's gonna be super cute. And I got these Ankh ones, which I've been wanting more Ankh jewelry. And then the next one is a little risque, but y'all know I had to get these. I really love this one. I actually bought this one like as I was leaving. I saw it. I was like, yeah, I gotta get it. Then I got these, super cute. And a couple more here. And everything total was 65,000 francs. Let me open. Okay, here it is. Then I got these. I love cowrie shell jewelry. Super duper cute. I'm gonna put the conversion on the screen for you. And then last but not least, you know I had to get the Mama Africa earrings. So, and as I was buying these, I was like, okay, Rochelle, like you need to be wearing earrings every day. If you're gonna spend, I think it comes up to like $40. If you're gonna spend $40 on all this jewelry, you're going to be wearing earrings every day. So I'm gonna force myself to use these every single day. So I'm not just wasting money. Super cute. Goat biryani delivered in a clay pot. I've only seen this on social media. I didn't know I was ordering this though. Look at that, guys. It looks delicious. I think the clay pot provides health benefits too. Well, look at this, guys. I cannot wait to try this. They said it's mangoes and whipped cream or whipped ice cream. It looks so good. Oh my God. So Swahili to English to French to Kinyarwanda. Wow. Okay, 5,000. Tourist video.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Wow. Beautiful cafe. No, but I'm gonna put music over it. So I just had a delicious lunch at the Indabo Café here in Kigali, and it was amazing. This is such a cool vibe. Like, this cafe makes me want to stay in Kigali a couple days longer just to come back. But unfortunately, this is my second to last day here in Kigali. But right now, I'm gonna go check out the Anima Art Center Art Gallery. So let's go. The transportation system in Rwanda is very interesting because they don't typically use GPS. So you have to verbally tell them when to turn and where to go, which is quite difficult if you're not even familiar with the city. I mostly would just find a motorcycle driver on the street. They're always driving by and you just wave them down like a taxi. Or they have an app called Yego, which you can order a car, which I did do a couple times, but they're double or sometimes triple the price. But I really enjoyed Kigali because the city is very clean and I really loved how eco-conscious they were. They didn't even serve plastic forks or plastic spoons, and they didn't even use plastic bags. So I really appreciated this and it was very refreshing. So the standard is definitely high in Kigali, and it is true that they take cleanliness very seriously and they take recycling very seriously. Also, I had heard that the first Sunday of every month, they come together as a community to clean the city, which was very impressive. So it's very refreshing to see people that take pride in their city and unite and work as a community to take care of their communities. Eventually, I made it to Nema Art Center, and I really loved just the different types of abstract art. The artists in Rwanda and Kigali are very talented, but they also featured artists from all around Africa, and they used it as a way to elevate African voices and African art styles. There were just so many unique, different forms of mixed media that I had never even seen before. I love mixed media art because it just shows you that creativity is boundless, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself here. So I highly recommend that if you're ever in Kigali, make sure to check out Nema. It's only about $6 US, I believe, and it's well worth it to support local communities, support local artists, and see gorgeous, creative, revolutionary art. Thank you guys for watching my vlog. I really appreciate the support and you guys coming along on this journey with me. Crossing the border was so fun and adventurous, and Kigali is so beautiful. Even the Volcanoes National Park was beautiful, even though I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share.